Hi guys, have you ever imagined how our parents, our grandfathers, people who lived in those years, how they managed it without a technology? It was so difficult, I cannot imagine. One could be sent from one place to the other to deliver a message. But nowadays, we can send a message without any problem. In a second, one has received a message and that person will send a message back without any problem. In 2 minutes or in 1 minute, you could have communicated, and the communication will be considered to be complete because the recipient has made a reply. And nowadays, technology is surrounding us everywhere. Touch your pocket, you have a phone. Even the screen I'm now looking at technology, and it has caused negative impacts on our children. So I'm going to talk about negative impacts of technology in our children. Nowadays, if you go to our houses, you will find every child in the house burying his or her head on technology. Even our parents, you will find them looking at their phones, ignoring their children. Everyone is everyone in the house is using technology without remembering that there is another person um, uh, in the house whom they should communicate. Even the couples, they don't even talk. One comes from work, sits somewhere with his phone or computer without talking to the other. And it has caused a problem, and it is going to cause a major problem in our lives. If we don't take care, we're going to have a lot of problems with technology. But our children are suffering most. Whenever they go, even when they visit the doctor's office, tablets are there. They go to where the tablets are situated, and they start touching the tablets or the computers or the video games without uh, checking what is, or rather talking to other people in that place. Even in our house, that is exactly what is happening. So we have I'm going to talk about three things how technology has caused problems to our children. One is relationship and social skills issues. With our children nowadays, they don't know how to relate to other people. Even relating with their own parents in the house, it's a problem. Back in the days when we were growing up, because we didn't have technology, we used to go out with our neighbors, with the other kids. We play, we run around, we talk together, we share, and we used to create good bonds within the society or within the community. But nowadays, one or the children are seated in their own house playing games without meeting other children outside so that they can learn on how to have to socialize with the other children, to have their good social life. So that is one way how technology has caused our children with a lot of problems because they don't have time, they don't create time to go out, talk to other children, learn different games, learn different things, learn um, different characters from other children. Another issue where which the technology has caused problems in our children is healthy problems. When one sits in the house without doing anything, without moving up and down, without thinking of other things, most of the time the food which that person eats remains in the stomach. And when um, calories are not used or are not lost, that food is turned to be fat in our bodies, and it is stored like fat in our bodies. And that is why you find in most cases we have obese children, because they don't go out to do exercises, they don't move up and down. 24 hours or 12 hours in a day, our children are seated on the computer, looking at the computer, playing games. And in most cases, when our children play games, they keep on snacking, they keep on taking snacks every time. And as I've told you, when someone takes snacks or takes food without doing any exercise, that food is turned out to be fats. And if it's fats, then that person will be obese, and that person will develop um, uh, sickness or will develop diseases in his or her body. Eventually, our children will have bad health. And another thing is browsing online can be dangerous, and it has been dangerous to our children. When you go through browsing, bad things come, and bad things come up, and we are told that um, the age of 15 and 17 in the year 2015, 70% of the people within that age accidentally stumbled across pornography online. And those people, they have been addicted to pornography because they were just browsing their computers, they were looking at their uh, mobile phones without any bad intention, but they stumbled on pornographic videos, and eventually they got addicted to pornography. So that has caused our children, or has caused a problem to our children. Um, so we need to be careful as parents. We need to watch what our children are looking at. We need at least to guide them, not to be looking at technology, not to be looking at the videos, not to be looking at the mobile phones, not to be looking at the computers the whole day. They don't even open their mind, because uh, the computers and the phones, they solve problems very quickly. So we need to encourage our children, if they want to become good managers, good future managers, they need to at least open the mind, think, not always asking Google, not always asking Siri, tell me this, and then that thing comes very fast. We need to encourage our children to think and open their mind in whatever they are doing, so that they cannot get lost in the technology. Um, we need to have a screen time control of our children. We need to create some apps. There are apps nowadays which monitor what our children are looking at. So we need to have those applications, so that we can monitor what our children are looking at, so that we can guide them in whatever they are doing. If we don't do that as parents, then it means we are not going to have a future generation. We need to think, we need to ask ourselves, if we are working so hard as parents and then we get our children lost, that will be too bad. And we need to create time so that we can meet with our children, so that we can give our children time, so that we can talk, so that our children can learn from us. Like one of the writers said, that children learn from their parents. And as children learn from their parents or learn from the elder people, our children should learn from us. And the only way our children can learn from us is to listen, or is to have a conversation with our children. And if we have conversations with our children will learn on how to listen, will learn on how to converse with other people, and eventually they'll become successful in our lives. So, our dear brothers and sisters, it's my appeal today that we need to monitor what technology is doing to our children. If we can't monitor what technology is doing to our children, then we don't have a future generation. So we need to put that in mind and monitor that so that we can have successful people, people who are going to become leaders, people who are going to become managers in our future world. Thank you so much.